Stay to the end, because number 1 is the sign whose refusal to chase is the most permanently consequential on this list. When they let you go completely. And what they build in the silence that follows is something you will spend a long time thinking about. Most people, when they feel someone pulling away, reach harder. They text more. They explain. But certain zodiac signs do the opposite. Not because they don't care, because their psychology makes chasing feel like a violation of something fundamental about who they are. Today we're naming 7 of those signs and explaining why their refusal to chase is not indifference. It's the most honest signal they can send you. Psychologists studying pursuit behavior identify what they call counter-pursuit psychology, where certain individuals, when faced with emotional withdrawal, respond not by pursuing, but by mirroring the withdrawal or disengaging entirely. It's not avoidance, it's a deeply held belief about self-worth and reciprocity. For the signs on this list, chasing someone who isn't showing up feels psychologically impossible, and understanding why changes everything about how you interpret their silence. Number 7, Aquarius. Aquarius doesn't chase because chasing to them is a logical contradiction. If someone is withdrawing, that withdrawal is information. Aquarius receives it and updates their position accordingly. They don't fight the data. They accept it and move on. Psychologists call this autonomy-based disengagement, where the refusal to pursue is rooted in principled respect for the other person's choices. Aquarius believes people should be free to come and go. Pursuing someone who is going feels like a violation of their freedom. The danger is that by the time you realize you wanted them to chase, they've already moved their attention completely elsewhere, and Aquarius's attention, once relocated, rarely returns. Number 6, Sagittarius. Sagittarius doesn't chase because the moment pursuit becomes necessary, the thing being pursued has already lost its appeal. Sagittarius is drawn to what is open and willing. When someone pulls back, their interest doesn't increase. It deflates. Psychologists call this approach-withdrawal sensitivity, where attraction is heavily regulated by the other person's availability. For Sagittarius, the chase signals something wrong with the dynamic. Real connection doesn't require pursuit, it generates its own momentum. So when someone pulls away, Sagittarius reads it as a mismatch and redirects. The danger is that Sagittarius moves on with a speed and completeness that leaves the other person genuinely shocked by how fast they became a memory. Number 5, Virgo. Virgo doesn't chase, but their version is the most internally conflicted on this list. When someone pulls away, Virgo's mind immediately catalogs every interaction, assesses where things went wrong, builds a complete picture. And somewhere in that analysis, they reach a conclusion about whether pursuit is warranted. Almost always, it isn't. Virgo's self-worth is tied to being chosen clearly and without ambiguity. Mixed messages read as fundamental incompatibility rather than temporary obstacles. Psychologists call this cognitive self-protection, analytical processing that produces a decision to disengage before emotional investment deepens further. Virgo doesn't chase because they've already run the numbers, and the numbers said it wasn't worth it. The dangerous part is that Virgo is usually right, and the person they walked away from typically figures that out later. Number 4, Scorpio. Scorpio doesn't chase, but the decision costs them more than any other sign on this list. They feel the pull acutely. They notice every shift, every withdrawal, every degree of cooling. And the restraint required not to reach for someone they want is enormous. But Scorpio's psychology makes chasing feel like catastrophic surrender of power. Pursuing someone who is pulling away means handing them every piece of leverage. Psychologists call this power-protective withdrawal, refusing to pursue as self-preservation against emotional exposure. Scorpio doesn't chase, but they watch. They notice if you come back, the timing, the tone, the sincerity. If you return with full presence, they'll let you back in. If you don't, their silence will be the most eloquent thing they ever said to you. 3 signs left, and number 1 is the sign whose refusal to chase is the most complete, the most permanent, and the most quietly devastating to experience. Stay with me. Number 3, Leo. Leo not chasing is one of the most powerful statements any sign can make. Because for Leo, whose instinct is to pursue what they want with intensity, the choice not to chase is a deliberate withdrawal of something most people have never experienced being without. Leo's self-worth is built around being chosen and significant. When someone pulls back, Leo's pride activates, not as arrogance but as protection. Chasing someone who doesn't seem to want them would require Leo to publicly diminish themselves in a way their psychology cannot accommodate. Psychologists call this pride-based self-regulation. Leo doesn't chase. They redirect their warmth and energy toward people who want it. And they do it with a completeness that makes you feel the absence of their sun for a very long time. Number 2, Taurus. Taurus doesn't chase. And when Taurus makes this decision, it is permanent in a way no other sign matches. They give with extraordinary patience for as long as they believe the investment is mutual. But the moment Taurus concludes, through evidence, not feeling, that they are more invested, the decision is made, and Taurus does not revisit decisions. Psychologists call this investment threshold disengagement, withdrawing completely once relational equity tips beyond a certain point. For Taurus, chasing is structurally impossible. Their entire relational architecture is built on mutuality. Without it, there is no foundation. What makes Taurus dangerous is not coldness, it's the finality. When Taurus stops, they stop completely. And the other person often doesn't realize the door has closed until they try to open it and find it sealed. Number 1, Capricorn. Capricorn at number 1. The reason is both simple and devastating. Capricorn doesn't chase because they fundamentally believe that what is meant for them will not require pursuit. This isn't passive. It's a conviction forged through years of watching effort and discipline produce results. Capricorn pursues goals, achievement, the life they've envisioned, but they do not pursue people who are not showing up. Psychologists call this self-efficacy selectivity, where a high-agency individual applies the same standards to relationships as to goals. If something requires more energy than it returns, it is not a good investment. Capricorn protects their energy with the same vigilance they protect their resources. They will not pour into a dynamic that isn't producing. And what makes Capricorn number 1 is not just that they don't chase. It's what they do instead. They build. They become more impressive, more successful, more self-sufficient than they were when you were in the picture. And at some point, months later, sometimes years, the person who expected them to chase runs into who Capricorn became in the silence and understands, with a clarity that arrives too late, exactly what it meant that Capricorn never came after them. 7 signs, 7 different psychological reasons for the same refusal: autonomy, mismatch detection, cognitive self-protection, power preservation, pride, equity, and conviction. None of these signs are playing games. When they step back, they mean it. And the silence they leave behind says everything they chose not to say out loud. Drop your sign in the comments. You have been watching AstroMind.